Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor of Rome, wrote his timeless reflections in his book, Meditations, almost 2,000 years ago. Yet his wisdom remains as relevant today as ever before. His teachings, rooted in Stoic philosophy, provide us with a framework for living a life of meaning, peace, and resilience. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, this video will take you on a deep journey through 7 powerful life lessons from Marcus Aurelius. Lessons that, if practiced daily, can completely transform your mindset, your emotions, and ultimately your life. We will not simply list these lessons, we will dive deep into their meanings, explore how they apply to modern life, and learn practical exercises to make Stoic thinking part of our daily habits. This is not just philosophy to think about, this is philosophy to live by. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That is the foundation of everything we are about to explore. Life is filled with challenges, disappointments, and unexpected events beyond our control. But there is one thing we always have power over: our response. In this video, we will learn how Marcus Aurelius teaches us to control our mind, focus on what truly matters, overcome fear and anxiety, and live with greater purpose and inner peace. Lesson 1: Control your mind. Control your life. Marcus Aurelius understood one of life's greatest truths: the only thing you truly control is your mind. Everything else, other people, external events, even the future, lies outside your power. In Meditations, he writes, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And this simple statement contains an incredible secret. Your mindset creates your reality. Think about your daily life: traffic jams, bad news, financial stress, rude co-workers. All these things happen around you, but none of them define you. What defines you is how you choose to respond. Imagine someone insults you at work. You have 2 choices. You can react with anger, letting them control your emotions, or you can pause, breathe, and remind yourself, "This person's words don't define me. My response defines me." That pause, that moment of choosing, is where your power lies. Modern neuroscience actually supports Marcus's wisdom. Studies on neuroplasticity show that the way we think shapes the way our brains wire themselves. If you constantly react with stress and negativity, your brain becomes conditioned to seek threats and problems everywhere. But if you practice gratitude, acceptance, and rational thinking, exactly what the Stoics teach, your brain begins to see possibilities, solutions, and peace even in the middle of chaos. Practical exercise every morning. Start your day by writing down 3 thoughts you want to focus on. For example, I control my mind. I accept what I cannot change. I choose to act with virtue today. Repeat these thoughts throughout your day, whenever challenges arise. Over time, you will program your mind to stay calm and focus no matter what life throws at you. Lesson 2: Focus on what truly matters. Marcus often reminded himself of life's fragility. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. Life is short, unpredictable, and precious. We often waste our energy worrying about things that don't matter: gossip, social media, status, material possessions, while forgetting the few things that truly make life meaningful: purpose, relationships, and personal growth. This idea comes from the Stoic practice called memento mori, which means remember that you will die. When you remember that your time is limited, your priorities become crystal clear. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, would I spend it arguing online? Would I spend it angry at someone? Or would I spend it loving, creating, and becoming the best version of myself? In the modern world, distractions are everywhere. Social media platforms are designed to keep us scrolling endlessly, consuming meaningless content. Marcus Aurelius faced his own distractions as emperor, yet he constantly reminded himself to come back to his values. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Practical exercise every night before going to bed. Write down the 3 most important things in your life, not what society says is important, but what truly matters to you. Then ask yourself, did my actions today reflect these values? If not, adjust your focus tomorrow. Over time, you'll begin to live intentionally, instead of drifting aimlessly. Lesson 3: Accept what you cannot control. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that the world is unpredictable and that much of life lies beyond our control. He writes in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This is the essence of Stoic freedom, letting go of the illusion that we can control everything. Most of our anxiety and fear come from resisting reality, wishing things were different than they are. But, as Marcus teaches, peace comes when we accept the world as it is and focus only on what we can influence. Imagine this: you spend hours preparing for an important job interview, but when you arrive, you find out they've already chosen another candidate. You feel frustrated, maybe even angry. But in this moment, you have a choice. You can fight against reality, replaying the what if it's in your mind. Or you can accept what happened and redirect your energy to the next opportunity. Stoics choose the latter because they understand that our power lies in our response, not in controlling outcomes. This principle applies to relationships, work, health, and even death. Marcus lived during a time of war, plague, and political chaos. Yet he carried an unshakable calm, because he separated what was within his control, his actions, his thoughts, his choices, from what wasn't, like the decisions of others, random misfortunes, or the passing of time. He understood a deep truth: resisting what we cannot change only multiplies suffering. Practical exercise: make a list today. On the first, write down everything that's stressing you out. On the second, separate them into 2 categories: within my control and beyond my control. Promise yourself that you'll act on what you can control and let go of the rest over time. This practice trains your mind to stay grounded and resilient no matter what life throws at you. Lesson 4: turn obstacles into opportunities. One of the most powerful Stoic lessons from Marcus Aurelius is that obstacles are not barriers, they're pathways. He famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This isn't just a clever phrase, it's a radical shift in mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as reasons to stop, Stoics see them as fuel for growth. Think about the hardest moments in your life. Maybe you lost your job, failed a test, or went through a painful breakup. At the time, it felt like the end of the world. But looking back, those moments probably taught you something important: resilience, patience, resourcefulness, or self-respect. Marcus believed that every obstacle carries a hidden gift if we approach it with the right perspective. Modern psychology calls this concept post-traumatic growth. It means that struggles often lead to higher levels of personal strength, deeper relationships, and a clearer sense of purpose. For Marcus, challenges weren't just unfortunate events. They were necessary steps toward becoming who you are meant to be. Story example: during one of Rome's great plagues, thousands were dying daily, including people Marcus loved deeply. Yet instead of collapsing under grief, he chose to lead his people with courage and compassion. He didn't deny the pain, but he used it to fuel action. For us, this lesson is timeless. Suffering is inevitable, but how we respond to it defines who we are. Practical exercise: next time you face a setback, ask yourself 3 questions. What can I learn from this? How can I grow because of this? How can I use this experience to help others? This shift in thinking turns obstacles into stepping stones, transforming fear into empowerment. Lesson 5: live with virtue and purpose. For Marcus Aurelius, the ultimate goal of life wasn't wealth, fame, or pleasure, it was virtue. In Stoic philosophy, Virtue means living in alignment with reason, integrity, and compassion, Marcus wrote. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. We live in a world full of distractions, where success is often measured by external metrics, money, titles, followers, possessions. But Marcus reminds us that true fulfillment comes from living with purpose, not chasing applause. He understood that the happiest people are those who focus on becoming better human beings rather than constantly comparing themselves to others. Virtue in Stoicism is built on four pillars: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom helps you make better decisions. Courage helps you act despite fear. Justice reminds you to treat others with fairness and empathy. Temperance teaches you to master your desires instead of letting them master you. Together, these values form the foundation for a meaningful life. Story example: as emperor, Marcus Aurelius held more power than almost anyone in history, yet he lived humbly, wearing simple clothes, eating modest meals, and surrounding himself with advisors who challenged his thinking rather than flattering him. He didn't see power as a personal prize, but as a responsibility to serve others. That's a lesson we can apply today. Leadership, whether in our families, careers, or communities, isn't about dominance. It's about service. Practical exercise. Take 5 minutes today to write down your personal values. What kind of person do you want to be remembered as? Every time you face a difficult decision, compare your options to those values. Over time, this simple practice creates alignment between your actions and your higher purpose. Lesson 6: Practice daily self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius wrote Meditations, not as a book for the world, but as a private journal for himself. In it, he questioned his choices, reflected on his failures, and reminded himself of the principles he wanted to live by. This habit of daily self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly moving, constantly distracted, rarely stopping to think about how we're actually living. But if you want to live with intention instead of on autopilot, you must create space for reflection. Ask yourself, am I living according to my values? Did my actions today reflect the person I want to become? Modern application. Set aside 10 minutes each night to write in a journal. List 3 things you did well, 3 things you want to improve, and 1 thing you're grateful for. Over time, this practice will sharpen your awareness, deepen your gratitude, and help you grow into the best version of yourself. Marcus believed that an unexamined life drifts aimlessly. Through self-reflection, we become conscious creators of our destiny, instead of passive participants. It's not about being perfect. It's about being honest with ourselves and choosing to improve a little bit every day. Lesson 7: Remember the bigger picture. Marcus constantly reminded himself of the impermanence of life. He wrote, soon you will have forgotten the world, and soon the world will have forgotten you. Far from being depressing, this realization is liberating. It helps us stop worrying about trivial matters and focus on what truly matters. When you zoom out, most of the things we stress about, deadlines, gossip, social media likes, are insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Stoics encourages to adopt a cosmic perspective. You are a small part of a vast universe, and your life is brief. This doesn't mean your life is meaningless. It means your time is precious, and you should spend it wisely. Practical exercise: the next time you feel overwhelmed, close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and visualize yourself from above, your city, your country, the planet, the stars beyond. Remind yourself how small your problems are compared to the infinite universe. Suddenly the weight you've been carrying feels lighter, and you can focus on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius lived this philosophy until his final days. Despite ruling an empire and facing constant crises, he maintained an inner calm, grounded in the knowledge that nothing lasts forever, neither pain nor pleasure, neither success nor failure. Everything passes, and when you understand this, you stop clinging to fear and start embracing life fully? If you found value in these timeless lessons from Marcus Aurelius, smash the like button to support the channel, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and share this video with someone who could benefit from it today. And before you go, leave a comment below. Which lesson resonated with you the most? Your insight might inspire someone else.